Picture this. You're scrolling through social media and you see your friend bragging about making thousands from some stock you've never heard of. You feel a mix of FOMO and confusion. What do they know that you don't? Is it too late for you to get in on this? Should you even bother? Well, my friend, buckle up. Because in the next 8 minutes, we're going to take you from clueless newbie to confident investor. Welcome to Investing 101. Let's start with the big question. Why should you even care about investing? Can't you just save money in a bank account and call it a day? Well, here's the harsh truth. If you're not investing, you're losing money. Yeah, you heard that right. Thanks to our old friend inflation, purchasing power of your money decreases over time. That $100 in your savings account, in 20 years, it'll buy you a lot less than it does today. But when you invest, you're putting your money to work. Instead of just sitting there, it's out there in the world, growing, multiplying. It's like sending your money to the gym. It comes back buffer and stronger. And here's the kicker. You don't need to be a wolf of Wall Street to benefit from investing. You don't need a fancy degree or insider knowledge. You just need to start. Because in the world of investing, time is your greatest asset. Now, before we dive into the how, let's bust some myths that might be holding you back. Myth number 1, investing is just like gambling. Wrong. While there's always some risk involved, investing isn't about luck. It's about making informed decisions based on research and strategy. Myth number 2, you need a lot of money to start investing. Nope. These days, you can start investing with as little as $5. Seriously. Myth number 3, you need to actively trade to make money. False. In fact, most active traders underperform the market. Sometimes, the best strategy is to buy and hold. Myth number 4, the stock market is too complicated for regular people. Absolutely not. While there's always more to learn, the basics are pretty straightforward. Myth number 5, I'm too young or too old to start investing. It's never too early or too late to start. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is now. Remember, these myths are often spread by people who benefit from keeping you out of the market. Don't let them hold you back from growing your wealth. All right, let's get into the meat of it. What exactly are you investing in when you enter the stock market? First up, stocks. When you buy a stock, you're buying a tiny piece of a company. If the company does well, your stock value goes up. It doesn't? Well, you get the picture. Stocks offer the potential for high returns, but they can also be risky. Then we have bonds. These are basically IOUs. You're lending money to a company or government, and they promise to pay you back with interest. Bonds are generally less risky than stocks, but they also typically offer lower returns. Now, if picking individual stocks sounds overwhelming, don't worry. That's where funds come in. There are 2 main types. Mutual funds pool money from many investors to buy a mix of stocks, bonds, or other assets. They're managed by professionals, which is convenient, but it also means higher fees. ETFs, or exchange-traded funds, are similar to mutual funds, but they trade like stocks. They often have lower fees than mutual funds and can be a great option for beginners. One popular type of ETF is an index fund, which aims to match the performance of a market index like the S&P 500. These offer instant diversification and have historically performed well over the long term. Remember, you don't need to be an expert in all of these. Many successful investors stick to simple, diversified strategies using index funds or ETFs. Now, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds great, but I barely have 2 nickels to rub together. How am I supposed to invest? Good news, it's never been easier to start investing with small amounts of money. Here are 3 ways. First, micro-investing apps let you start investing with just spare change. They round up your purchases and invest the difference. Second, many brokers now offer fractional shares. This means you can buy a piece of a stock instead of the whole thing. Want to own Amazon but can't afford $3,000 for 1 share? No problem. You can buy $5 worth instead. Third, set up automatic investments. Most brokers let you automatically invest a set amount each month. Even $20 a month adds up over time thanks to our friend compound interest. Remember, it's not about how much you start with. It's about starting and being consistent. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Risk. Investing always involves some level of risk. The key is managing it. This is where diversification comes in. It's fancy investor speak for don't put all your eggs in one basket. By spreading your money across different types of investments, you reduce your overall risk. Think about it like this. If you invest everything in one company and it goes bust, you're in trouble. But if you spread your money across 500 companies, failure of one won't sink your entire portfolio. This is why many experts recommend starting with index funds or ETFs that track broad market indexes. You get instant diversification without having to pick individual stocks. Remember, your risk tolerance might be different from your friends or your parents. Depends on your financial goals, your time horizon, and how well you sleep at night when the market's volatile. Before we wrap up, let's talk about some common pitfalls to avoid. First, don't try to time the market. Even professionals can't do it consistently. Instead, focus on time in the market. Second, don't let emotions drive your decisions. The market will go up and down. Don't panic sell when it dips or FOMO buy when it's soaring. Third, don't neglect fees. They might seem small, but they add up over time. Look for low-cost index funds or ETFs. Fourth, don't invest money you'll need soon. The stock market is for long-term growth. Keep your emergency fund and short-term savings in a high-yield savings account. Give your portfolio a regular checkup. Over time, it can get unbalanced as different investments perform differently over time. Rebalance it periodically to keep your investment strategy on track. Remember, investing is a marathon, not a sprint. Dodge these pitfalls, and you'll be crossing the finish line with a much fatter wallet. Investing isn't about getting rich quick. It's not about beating the market or picking the next Amazon. It's about consistently growing your wealth over time, about setting yourself up for a better financial future. You don't need to be a Wall Street genius to start investing. You just need to start. Take that first step, whether it's opening an account, buying your first ETF, or setting up that automatic investment. Remember, every stock market hero started as a beginner. The only difference between them and everyone else, they started. So what are you waiting for? Your financial future is calling. Time to answer.